Hi guys, welcome back to Elevate by Any Means. If you do not know me, I am your girl. I am Dunyale, okay? Today we're going to be talking about vibration, your frequency, meditation, and how it affects the mind, okay? Now, listen, on your journey, this is so important because when you are able to get clear and release the things that are no longer serving you and be in this state of beautiful bliss and peace, no matter what's going on around you, is truly going to allow the universe to give you everything that you are calling in on a grand scale or small scale. It really doesn't matter, okay? Here we are elevating one day at a time, and I'm so glad you are watching this video. Today is really important. I really believe that your frequency, your vibration, meditation all play a key part in you raising your frequency, raising your vibration, and getting where you want to go. It's literally the obstacle in the way is yourself, right? And when you can start to overcome this, you can overcome anything. When you can start to overcome your mind, you can overcome anything. You can call in anything to you just based on your frequency. That frequency is what's keeping everything flowing in your life. The frequency that everything is going to work out, the energy that comes with it. Not only that, however, the thing about it is that when we are on our journeys, right, it's easy to say, yeah, I want spiritual enlightenment. Yeah, I want that house. I want that car. I want that thing. But without doing the internal work, you won't be able to manifest as fast as you possibly could. So this is something that I want you to keep an open mind to. If you've never done this before, if you've never heard about this before, if you've never went that deep before, I want you to literally just take it all in, think about it a couple of days, and then make a choice on how you're moving and shifting from there. Right? I've made a 5-part series about this. If you need to go back and watch that, you are more than welcome, but I will be breaking everything down in this video as well today. All right? So let's get started. All right. Welcome back, guys. Listen. Your vibration and your frequency is so important because it's literally like you're telling the universe what to give you. It's like putting in an order and deciding last minute, no, I want to switch up my order. Now the waiter has to go back to the kitchen and put in your order, and the chef has to prepare the order, and then you have to wait for the waitress to serve you that order. So visualize it being like that. This is why we get clear, we take action, and we hold the frequency, because getting clear is going to be the crucial part in anything that you are doing, okay? Like, it's okay if you have never heard this before. Let's just dive deep, okay? Let's just dive deep, all right? So now let's talk about this. Why is it that your frequency matters, right? Your frequency matters because no matter where you are on the scale, you're going to attract more of that. You're going to simply attract more of that, okay? And if you're in a state like, for example, if you're happy, what are you going to attract? You're going to attract more happiness, more peace, more love. If you're in your stage of healing where you are just focused on healing, guess what you're going to start to do? You're going to start to find more things that feel good to you. You're going to start to find things that feel healing to you. It might be a song that just might make you feel good. It could just be you reminiscing about things that you've been through that is meant to come up so that you can heal from it. There are so many ways that the universe tries to show us like who we are and what needs to be done in order to achieve the things that we are trying to achieve, okay? Now, with that being said, I want to make this clear. You are like a walking magnet. Everything you want is going to be drawn to you based on the frequency that you are putting out to the universe. So if you are walking around angry, sad, if you are walking around feeling unworthy. You're going to keep having experiences that tell you the same thing, like that you are unworthy, that you don't deserve that. And another key thing that we need to talk about today is the things running constantly in the back of our head, okay? Because everyone who is watching this video, everyone in the world, period, no matter what religion, no matter who they are, we are all a part of Source, okay? And each person healing, each person learning to love and heal themselves is helping the collective on a grand scale. And to me, that is so freaking beautiful, all right? Now, let's talk about this. If you are in a state where you are in shame, right? If you are in shame, if you're ashamed about something, if you're angry about something, if you feel guilty, if you're happy, if you feel love, it's like the universe is going to constantly give you more of that, because what you're doing is actually putting calls out. It's like sending out a call. Like you decide to be happy, and guess what you're doing? It's like picking up millions of tiny little phones and saying, hey, I want to make a call to this. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're literally telling the universe what it is that you desire. Even if you say, hey, I don't want that. Even if you say, you know what? I don't think I want this in my life. Guess what? If you're constantly thinking about it, if you're constantly in anger about it, or allowing the feelings to cloak you, then you're going to draw more of that in. It's like saying, and everybody has had this, like, oh, I do not want that person back in my life. And then suddenly what happens? That person tries to come back in your life. Why? Because you're calling to them. You're literally calling to them. You're thinking about them. You're going over these feelings, and these emotions are so strong. Even if you're angry, guess what? You're still saying, hey, I'm angry. Come to me. This is the energy I want. This is the energy that I need. Even if you're not wanting it. Even if you're not wanting that energy, right? Just think about it like this. Without all the extra stuff, you are the walking magnet. Anything that you are feeling, anything that you are thinking, any strong emotions, all of that, you're just going to call that to you, okay? You're just going to call it to you. And as you can see on the vibrational chart, you can see, like, as high as you are, the better, right? If you look down here, you see anger, you see guilt, you see apathy, you see grief, you see fear. These are all on the lowest frequencies. So when you're in a state of being here, just think about what you're calling into you. You're calling in more anger. You're calling in more of these things. And it's not to say it's directly your fault for any of the things that are coming towards you. However, just think about it as if you need to put that order in. You no longer wish to eat that cheeseburger. You desire quesadilla. Like, okay, so now you desire that quesadilla. Now what? Now you have to put the order back in through the kitchen so that they can put your order and cook it and get it ready and prepped for you. And it comes to the table finally, right? But say you decide that you don't want to change your frequency. Say you decide that you just want to stay angry about stuff. Guess what? You're going to keep finding reasons to be angry. You're going to keep finding reasons to feel these feelings over and over and over again. And a lot of times when we are behaving and doing things that we're not sure why, it's because we need to spiritually cleanse. So guys, let's get to it, okay? Now, let me make sure my mic on. Okay. So we are literally going through a time and change where everything is changing, right? Things are being exposed. There's a lot of energy being put out, and we have to guard our energy. And it's so important that we understand why. Because there is so much happening, okay? The earth is getting new energy grounded into her, right? With that being said, we have to be mindful of what we're doing, what we're listening to, who we are around, because not everybody is on the same frequency as you, okay? You can love people, you can congratulate people, you can be there for people, whatever that is for you, do that. However, it is clear that with the energies that are being put out, that there are a lot of things being uncovered, there are a lot of things being revealed, and even internally these things are happening. So not only that is happening on the outside of us, but it is happening on the inside of us. You may have been noticing the last couple of days that you may have been thinking about like so many other things, like the things from your past, traumas. You may be going through something right now that may be difficult, that may seem difficult. But when you are clear-headed, when your frequency is calm, when you are able to just sit back and say, you know what, I can see this situation differently now than what I did years ago. This is where you're going to see the growth and expansion happening in your world, right? Because that energy, that frequency is being grounded into not only the earth but us as well. There are things in 2025 that are going to be uncovered. This is your opportunity to allow yourself to heal. Allow these things to come up. Cry about it. Physically get angry about it. Punch the pillow. Whatever you need to do to release, because your energetic field is so crucial. It is so important that we understand how important it is, because it is like one of the biggest things that blocks us from our manifestations. It blocks us from financial wealth. It blocks us from having that love, that peace that we desire. It can block us from a lot of things, right? So think about that. Who do you want to be today? Who do you want to be from today moving forward? Because that's what's important. If you are deciding that you want to no longer stay in a frequency that is not serving you, or you want to learn how to handle it better, today's video is actually going to help break that down a little bit more for you. And we're about to get started right this second, right? So as you can see on the vibrational energy chart, this is a vibrational energy chart, right? Then you have the higher frequency, you have the lower frequency. At the lowest, we have shame, right? Just think about that. Like, we've all been there before. If you are right there now, I just want you to know that is okay. Like, no matter what you're going through and where you are on this chart, do not take it as an offense, okay? You are okay. You are going up the scale. And by you watching this video today, you are already on your path. You are already on your journey. So guess what? Keep going. Keep it up, because this is for you. This is exactly what you need in order to understand yourself better, in order to strive to be better, okay? All right, and if you look up top, you see enlightenment. Enlightenment is at the very top, okay? Everybody should be striving for peace, love, and joy, okay? Everyone should be striving to be in that place. We all want to feel forgiven. We all want to feel, happy and have that surrounding energy that just feels amazing and good to us. Okay, so this is why it's like truly important. And not only that, but we're going to break down a little bit more, right? And going here, we're going to start talking about the Taurus field and how it represents your energy flow around you, because this is why your frequency matters, okay? This is literally why it matters. It's literally why, all right? Now, if you're looking at this diagram, you can see you can see that the torus field is a donut-shaped energy field with energy spiraling around it. So think about you standing in the center, and there's a swirling amount of energy around you at all times. It never leaves. It's always there. It never leaves. So think about that. From the top, it comes spiraling in. The energy spirals in, down through you, and out through the bottom, and then it comes back up and it does it again. All right, so think about that. It's flowing through the body and spiraling out of the bottom. When these energies are balanced and harmonious, the torus field is coherent. Okay, the term coherent refers to consistent, logical, harmonious. It feels good. You're in a good place, right? When we say that something is coherent, it means that it fits together in a way that makes sense or flows in a clear pattern. That's exactly what it means, okay? Now, stress, negativity, emotions, and other factors can disrupt the flow. And the last thing you want is to leading to energetic imbalances, which a lot of us are walking around with. But because we don't understand the frequencies, because we don't understand why it's important that you want to remain at peace and only worry about the things that you can control, is because it helps you focus more in on your energy, okay? It's one thing for us to want to have our hands in every piece, like in everything that's happening. I'm definitely one of those people who, if I can control it, I'm going to control it. But that leads to a lot of stress. It leads to a lot of overworking yourself, overthinking, right? So when you're in that state, you have to remember that your torus field is going to put out and show exactly where you are. Your lines are either going to be smooth and nice, and it's just going to be a good flowing energy, or it's going to be a chaotic energy. The last thing you want is chaos just swirling around you, no matter where you are, no matter where you're going. This is why it's important that we understand. Now, the torus field and the vibrational energy work together hand in hand. It works with our emotions. It works with our intentions. It creates specific patterns within the torus field, right? So think about that. When you have positive thoughts, when we're focusing on positive thoughts, we expand that torus field. And you can literally feel it. When you're happy, you just feel free. You just feel good, right? This is because your torus field is expanding. When you are in a state where you're angry, you're sad, you're having negative thoughts, it contracts because the energy flow is disrupted. And now you have that feeling in your body where you feel like, you know what? Some just don't feel right. I just feel angry. I just feel anxious. I just feel this tension. Like, what is this tension? It's because the energetic field is being disrupted with negative energy as well. So it's no longer flowing smoothly, okay? Now, even with manifestation, this is how this works, okay? The law of attraction suggests that the vibrational state influences what we attract, right? So you're literally aligning yourself with the things that you want. You're literally aligning yourself with the outcome, the desired outcome of the manifestation. However, if you're on the lowest frequency, if you're on the lowest energy field chart, then guess what happens? Now you're able to disrupt that harmony that should be there in your energetic flow, okay? Now that energetic flow, again, it works hand in hand. Your frequency and the torus field, which is your energetic flow, works hand in hand. So if you are positive, like, let's go back over this because I really want to break this down. I really want you guys to understand. When you're positive, your energetic field is flowing positively. Like there's no disruption. It's just flowing. Visualize a river just flowing smoothly, calmly, okay? And then when you insert negativity into that field. Visualize this river now just raging. It's just splashing. It's doing everything. It's like crashing into the rocks. It's doing everything that just seems to not be working in your favor, okay? You cannot control that. You cannot control that chaotic energy without changing your frequency and this Taurus field, right? Now, this Taurus field also is really important because it connects to our thoughts, our emotions, our intentions, right? We attract whatever it is that we are desiring. And even if we're not desiring it, if it's in our energetic field, guess what? It's going to be drawn to us. It's going to be called to us. So it is important that we understand that, right? It's important that we understand, like, why it's important to stay in a peaceful state. This is why people choose to be positive, and people don't really understand why. For me, I generally try to stay in a state where I'm good, all right? I'm a hothead. I am. I literally have been through so much in my life that I have dealt with on an emotional level and psychological level, to the point where, you know, I just was angry at the world. I just held it all here. I held it all here. All right. And everybody goes through that psychological thing where you just holding it. You just have these running things in the back of your head. You need to clear all of that. And it wasn't until I started grounding and getting clear where I can actually understand this information. And this information just makes me want to be better, to learn how to harness my energy better so that I can call in the things that I desire, the things that I want. So even today, if something is not going favorably for me, I have learned to only focus on the desired outcome that I want. And guess what? It almost 100% of the time happens. It works that way for me because I am truly only focusing on the positive outcome of everything. If anybody will tell you, like, if you come to me with something negative, I'm going to always try to return that energy and say, oh, you're going to be fine. It's going to be all right. It's going to be good. Because at the end of the day, who needs to add more negativity on top of negativity? Okay. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to co-sign any negative thoughts and beliefs about yourself, about things that are happening in your world for you. That's not what I do. I will not do that for you. Okay. I'm going to try to see it from the highest outcome. I'm going to try to speak it from the highest outcome. Now, I am a hothead, so I do get frustrated with people. And I get to that space where it's just like, you know, I really wish that you wanted the best for yourself. I really wish that you desired that peace and love. But it's not that people don't want it. It's just that they don't know how. And today's video is going to help you understand and break down how, okay? Now, practices like meditation, visualization, mindfulness can help align with that energy to help amplify the law of attraction, right? We all are big on the law of attraction because we all are manifesting something. We all want something. There's something that we are all striving to have or do, whether it's a career, whether it's a relationship, whether it's just making friends. No matter what it is, we all have something that we can energetically focus on, right? And being able to control your frequency, being able to control how the energy is flowing within you is important. Why? Because it works with the law of attraction as well. It works with your manifestations. It works with calling in from the universe. Whatever you want to say, this is what it is, okay? It's working, okay? The law of attraction states that positive thoughts bring positive results into a person's life, while negative thoughts bring negative outcomes. So what does that mean to you, right? Like, just take a moment and think about what that means to you. If you are in a positive state and what you want, and you're focusing on the positive outcome, and you're focusing on the positive in everything, you're literally training yourself to only receive what it is that you desire to receive. If you are focused on negativity, and there are people out here like that, there are people out here like that. They literally can just focus on the negativity, and because something's not going right in their life, now the world is doomed. Now everybody ain't nothing because this person made that person mad or didn't treat that person right. Like, there are literally people out here who's content with being in that state of negativity because they're not sure on how they supposed to get out of it, what they are supposed to do. They may have tried everything that they can think of, but maybe they haven't tried changing their frequency, focusing on their vibration, okay? Now, here's some ways that we can break that down, all right? Practices like meditation, visualization, and mindfulness can help align your energy and amplify the law of attraction, okay? Now, when we're thinking about the Taurus field, we also have to think about the alignment that is happening, right? It's going up, it's coming down, and it's coming down through the center, correct? So even when it's coming down through the center, what we need to understand is the chakras as well and the Taurus field. See, all these things play a part together. Your frequency, the Taurus field, your chakras, law of manifestation, law of attraction, it's all together. Why? Because it's all based on your frequency. It's all based on the frequency. The frequency is what tells everything what it is that you want, what it is that you desire, right? So with that being said, let's break down the energy flow within the chakras and the Taurus field and how they work together. Now, if here you see the energy inflow, right? It flows from the opening top of the head, responding through the crown chakra. This is where the universal energy is received. This is where the inspiration is. This is where the higher wisdom is, right? If you look there above the man, the meditating man, you see the purple, the crown chakra at the top. The energy is literally flowing down through each of these colored centers, which are your chakras. The energy outflow comes out the bottom down here where your root chakra is. This is where it needs to be grounded. This is why I like to go outside and sit in the grass and breathe and only focus on my breathing. I sit in the grass. I walk outside with my shoes off. I sit in the grass and I meditate, or I focus on just breathing, guys. Like, this is something that we have to do. Spring will be coming soon, hopefully. However, what we need to understand is your energetic field plays a part in everything you do. Everything you want, everything you need to happen, it all plays a part in that, right? Now, please excuse my baby if you hear him, because he is having a good time singing his songs. All right. Now, think about that. From the outflow energy, it's coming down through the root chakra, right? That means if we ground ourselves and connect to the earth and we release the energies, this is where all the excess energies are released. So, like, when it's warm outside, when it's warm enough for you to go outside and sit, just go sit. Just go breathe. Go do whatever it is. Walk around with your shoes off, especially if you have a safe place to do this, okay? Now, your chakra alignment. We're going to talk about this. The Taurus field interacts with each chakra point, okay? It influences, it spins, it vibrates, and it balances, okay? This is what your chakra alignment means. The Taurus field interacts with each chakra. Each chakra is not like, it's literally touching everything. So when you're in a negative state and you got this chaotic energy, right? And this energy is coming up, it's going down through your crown chakra. It's just going to keep going all the way down until your root chakra. Why? Why? Because it's a part of the Taurus field. The Taurus field is the energy that is flowing through us. Okay? So when you are allowing yourself to stay in a state that isn't something that feels good to you, Think about why it feels like everything around you is chaotic. Think about why when you're angry, it just seems like you find more things to be angry about. Think about when you're sad, you just find more reasons to feel sad, okay? More things are drawn in that makes you feel that way, even if you don't want to feel it. Even if you don't want to feel it, okay? It's still going to happen if you do not change the flow of your frequency. Now, coherence and flow. When the chakras are balanced and harmony, okay, and in harmony, the torus field flows smoothly. Balances in the chakra can disrupt the field. So if you are imbalanced, if your chakras are imbalanced, and you know your chakras are imbalanced if you feel this chaotic energy, because it's literally flowing through each chakra is being touched by this energy. It influences how the chakras are spinning, how the energy is swirling in those key points, right? So this is why we need to be thinking about how these imbalances are causing the chaos that is happening within us. Sometimes it's because we're holding on to things, but sometimes it's because we need to shift our energy. All right, the feedback loop. Let's talk about that. Your feedback loop is your thoughts, your emotions, the experiences that affect both the chakra and the torus field. Positive thoughts expands the torus while negative ones contract. We talked about that a little bit before. Now, when you're in that state, when you're literally in that state of experiencing the positive, you feel happy. There's things that are happening. It's like you're thinking about this positive thing and then it just happens, and then guess what? You feel good. And it seems like you're just having an amazing day. Things are happening. There are things working in your favor, right? And then when you're in the opposite state, what happens? We're literally almost always having to deal with those feelings, okay? Now, some of us are walking around with traumas and hurts and stuff that are influencing our energetic field, our torus field, our frequency, and we're not releasing it. Why? Why aren't we releasing it? We're not releasing it because it feels comfortable. Listen, I know it sounds insane to say that, but there are some of us who have been through things in their life and they think that this is all that it is. This is okay because they feel okay dealing and living with that trauma. Okay? And it's no fault of your own. However, you now have control of who you desire to be, of what you desire to be, of how you choose to see life. Because life is a gift. There are so many things that are blessings here. There are so many things that you are blessed with, so many talents, so many things that you just are amazing at. You're not just this one trick pony. You're not just this one thing that has happened to you. You are never, ever your circumstances. You are never, ever the things outside of you. You have choices. No matter what your religion is, no matter what your background is, no matter who the F you are. And I'm going to make that real clear. It does not matter who you are. It does not matter what your religious background is. This stuff is truth. This is something that you can incorporate in your daily life and striving to be. And striving to be the best version of yourself. Or understanding the frequency. Understanding why it's important, you know? Understanding why it's important to heal. When you decide to heal, it's not that you got to go out and do something grand in the world. You really don't. You can really just heal you. You being happy can lead to you opening a door for somebody else who may have had a bad day, or giving somebody else a kind word, or inspiring other people to follow their goals and dreams in a brief contact in a store, in a brief contact at a drive-through window. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever just think that you are just in this place where you can't understand this stuff. It's really simple. You have the power. You can control the power. It's not like it's happening outside of your control, because your frequency, your Taurus field, how you choose to align, how you choose for your chakras to flow and feel, it's all up to you. And that's the beautiful part in it. Because not only did Source, God, whatever you choose to put there, not only did Source literally give us the power to change this frequency, but it also gave us the power to put the orders in that we desire. Okay? Now, we may have come a long way away from like understanding ourselves back from when they were using their mind and telepathy and all these things. But that's not to say that we can't get back there. We can start by understanding ourselves. We can start by understanding why our frequency matters, who we are, because walking in your power is the greatest thing you can do. And I want to make this real clear, because sometimes people think that power means dominating over other people. It means trying to belittle other people because you're on a certain part of your journey and they're not. It doesn't mean any of that. It means taking your power and doing what your heart is telling you to do. Okay? Here on this channel, we will never, ever, ever put anybody in a place where they feel like they're not worthy of this change, of what it is that we are doing out here. Because it's really important work. Not for just you, but for humanity. But definitely do it for you. Because you healing you can help heal the world. Okay? And it only starts with one person at a time. Like, I heal myself, you heal yourself, somebody else, millions of others that may watch this video are healing themselves. Guess what happens? We shift. We shift the programming. We shift the paradigm. We shift all of the energy flowing in the direction that we choose. Right? So this is so important, okay? It's so important. I feel like everything about self-growth, self-worth, your vibration, your frequency, all this stuff is really important because it helps you understand you better. It helps put you in a space where you can now say, you know what? I understand now. I get it now. Working on me is the greatest gift to the world. Working on me is the greatest gift to the people around me, okay? And then that's the thing, like if you're surrounding yourself with people who may not be in the same space as you, love them. Love them and let them watch you be the best version of yourself. Love them and let them see that this change isn't scary, that the stuff you're doing isn't bad. Like, because there are a lot of religious beliefs behind this. They get really afraid. And in order to show them, you don't have to prove anything. You just need to show them. Show them through your actions. Show them through your beliefs, okay? Show them through what you're doing. Show them. Let them see you walking in your power. Let them see you happy and wealthy. Let them see you. Let them see you meditate and see how much your life has changed. Let them see you, okay? Because that change can spark something beautiful in someone else, okay? Now, in order not to make this video too long, we're going to get ready to close it out. But before we do, here's some things that I want you to practice for your alignment, for your chakras, for your energetic field, okay? To get your Taurus system in alignment, because it's truly important, right? Now, meditation, all right? Meditation, what I want you to do is I want you to be able to close your eyes and visualize your Taurus field flowing around you. Remember, it goes up through the crown chakra. It flows down all the chakras, out through the root chakra, and then it expands back up and out all over again, just like a donut, right? I want you to visualize this energy just flowing freely, just flowing smooth, and you're glowing so bright, and I want you to see yourself being the best version of you sitting there. I want you to feel happy. I want you to see this energy coming up, going down, hitting your crown chakra, and it glows. And as it goes down each chakra point, I want you to see it glowing and spinning better and better than it ever has. One thing that I like to do is visualize my chakra points being dusty and dirty, right? And I get it. Like, for those of us who have trouble visualizing, maybe you just need to print it out, like print out a picture of it, of a Taurus field. And because you can find a lot of them on Google. And visualize going to each point. Just focus on the picture, breathing, point to each point, visualize cleaning it. Taking a microfiber towel, whatever color you choose, visualize it, right? Whatever color you choose, is it polka dot? Is it striped? Is it pink? Is it raggedy? Like, is it raggedy? Like, is it brand new? Did you just pull it out of the package? Like, what? Visualize every step. Okay. And then I want you to think about it like being a big round glass plate. Like, but you can see the color through this clear glass on top of it, right? And what you need to do is clear and wipe off this light so that the light is no longer dusty and dirty. This is what I want you to do. Take it, swipe the dirt off, swipe the dust, and then wipe it. You can visualize spritzing it with water, blessed water that is cleanse and purifying, the best water in the world, the cleanest water in the world, the purest water in the world, right? Spritz it, wiping it clean, visualizing, hearing the squeaky sound, seeing it shine when you're done, and then move to the next one, okay? And this is a very simple thing, but it's so effective. Okay, because it's literally putting you in a state of you cleansing your energetic field. Okay, now for some of us, it may take a little bit more than this, so you might have to do it multiple times. All right, add whatever else you would like to add to this regimen. You can add frequency music, you can add a guided meditation, whatever you need to do that. Whatever works for you, because there's no one way fits all, right? So the next thing I want you to work on is your breath work. Breath work is so important to me. I love breathing. I love breathing. You should love breathing. Everybody should love breathing, okay? Now listen, this is important because consciously breathing is going to help center you, all right? This feeling I get when I breathe, it's literally like this feeling that comes over me as if I'm already in a meditative state. And it's because I have trained my body to be in that place where I can breathe and start to just go into my meditative state, right? And I've been doing this for a while, but I have harnessed my own way of doing things. So for me, when I'm meditating, I always start off my meditations, and I know that they say with meditations, you get quiet, you sit, you visualize, but we're going to start going over this in the next video and how it affects your brain, because it's important. It's important, right? So I sit in my meditation. I'm always speaking positive self-talk to myself first. I allow myself to feel this calmness, this peace, and then I go into my meditative state, just silence. Allowing whatever that shows up, whatever that's being shown to me, the colors, the sounds, whatever is happening is being cleared out, okay? Now, it's important that we understand with breath work, it helps regulate the torus field and your energetic field, which also combines your chakras. But we know that now. All right. So your breath work, what I want you to do is breathe in through your nose 5 to 6 seconds. Me personally, I do it as long as I can. I just breathe in slowly, hold it at least 2 to 3 seconds, and then blow it out. You should pucker your lips, blowing it out. And I like to blow it out slowly as much as possible, almost forcefully, but in a calm manner, not like just almost like it's a control force. Like I'm trying to blow a piece of paper on the wall that's attached to the wall so that I can make it move, right? Like, literally think about it in the most gentlest ways, but with a purpose. All right? Now, do this as much as possible. I do it throughout my day. Even if I'm not, like, really focused on it, I just breathe. Anytime I feel my energy constricting, because it always happens. Everybody has this. It does this. Do not feel bad if you feel like your energy is constricting because constricting because it's literally just your body telling you where you are. Your vibration is telling you where you are. Like, so when you feel open and free, see how that feels to you. And I like to do this by judging how I feel about stuff. So I'll say something that I truly, truly love, and I'll think about it, and I'll sit with my eyes closed and see how my body feels, right? And then when I'm thinking about something that I don't favor, because I don't really like to use negative words when I'm focusing on healing stuff, okay? So I try to remove that. So when you're focused on the things that you no longer desire or the things that you do not desire in your world at all, see how that feels. Typically in your chest, in the pit of your stomach, your body, your muscles tend to tense. But when you think about something you love, you feel more relaxed. You feel more free. You feel as if like anything positive can happen, okay? So think about that. Practice feeling how your body feels about things. Is it a yes? Is it a no? Like, feel how that feels to you. Whatever you're intuitively guided to, as far as how your body feels with this practice, that is for you. Because I may think, vacation overseas, and my body vibrates and it lights up and my crown chakra activates. However, for you, it may just be this feeling of giddiness. You might just smile. You might just feel excited for a moment. Like, it might just be something that sparks that feel good feeling in you. But if I'm thinking like something negative, then I can tell because my body constricts, feels like in my chest, okay? And it typically feels like a tightening. It doesn't feel like, nothing painful. However, it does feel like, okay, my muscles feel tense. Like, let me just relax. You understand? Everybody's had a tense muscle before. We understand what that feels like, right? So visualize having a tense muscle and then relaxing. A way that you can relax your body is to squeeze everything in your body and then relax. And then squeeze everything in your body and then relax. And then do it as many times as possible. But also make sure you're working on your breath work as well, because it's going to be beneficial to you, not only on the level of just being able to be clear and focused, but it's going to help your energetic field, your torus field, right? And this is where it starts to draw in more and more of what you desire. And it brings in more peace and more love. because that is what we're sending. We're sending nothing but healing and love and peace through this energy, right? So that is what we're doing. Now, chakra healing. Let's talk about this for a second. Holding or working on balancing your chakras and individual chakras using color visualization, sounds, or crystals is going to benefit you. And I haven't done the chakra healing with the crystals yet, but I am looking forward to it. I generally like to use the sound bowl. It's broken now, so I can't really use it. But I literally used to just sit outside grounding, playing the sound bowl. Just playing the sound bowl and just listening to how the birds chirp, listening to how the wind was feeling and blowing. It's literally like a meditation for me. But I did notice something really cool while doing that. Like when you play the sound frequency outside, for a moment, it calms the birds. When you stop, they go back to chirping and doing everything, right? And I thought that was really interesting. And I thought it was something that I noticed that nobody else was really noticing. Like, I just thought, like, maybe it's just my sound bowl. Maybe it's just the birds around my home. Like, I don't know. But whatever it is, I noticed it. I thought it was cool. And I felt at peace, feeling like I'm also helping the earth be at peace too. So, guys, the last thing is mindfulness, right? So, being totally aware of how you're feeling, of how your body feels when you're making decisions, when you're around certain people, when you're eating certain foods, okay? Because this is really big. Like, we typically like to eat the things that we like that taste good. However, a lot of the times, if it's forcing you to go to sleep, if it's forcing your body to be overworked so much that you go to sleep, that's number one. If you are in a state where it just feels like, you know what, like I like eating this, but it burns my chest. I like eating this, but it makes my stomach hurt later. I like eating this, but it gives me a headache. Like those type of things are not in alignment with you. And so it's clear, like you need to be mindful of what you're putting in your body as well. You need to be mindful of the music you're listening to, the people that you are around, the conversations that you're having. It's not necessarily about the people. It's about the energy when connecting with those people, right? So if you're able to be around people who are generally negative and you're a generally positive person and it doesn't affect you, good job. You are one in a million, because I am not one of those people. I typically control my energy very well. However, sometimes when people are not in their highest regard for themselves, it puts me in a state of wanting to help, wanting to feel that, you know, they're going to be okay, that they're in that space where they generally just are going to do amazing things. And I notice that when I'm around people who really don't believe, who really aren't in that state, that it makes me feel as if I want to help them. But at the same time, like it makes me a little angry sometimes too, because it's like I don't know. I just kind of grew up feeling like my mom was very strong and she dealt with a lot, and I've watched her go through a lot. And so for me, she always used to tell me to be better than she was, okay? And that stuck with me. It stuck with me. So it's like when I see other people not acting in their highest regard, it just really makes me want to encourage them. It pushes me to want to be the best version of me to help them understand. Because not everybody is just going to be able to receive with words, okay? And sometimes I just You know, you just want to help fix people sometime, okay? Like, let's just be real. Like, when you're around people you love and care about and they're going through things and you know that they're going through things, then, you know, you're able to communicate that with each other and all that stuff. You want to help fix them. You want to help fix them. You want to help guide them. You want them to learn what you're learning from and all this kind of stuff. But sometimes it just don't work out that way. And then you're left feeling the energy of it, okay? And this is exactly what I mean when I say I'm not that person, because anybody in my circle, anybody who knows me, who's in my circle, if you're going through something, I am going to do my damnedest to help you, okay? Sorry for cursing. But I am, all right? I am. And I like to encourage people, and I like to push people. I like to push myself. That's number one. I like to push myself because I desire to see the highest version of myself. Who am I at the highest? Who am I at the peak, at the pinnacle of it all, right? Who are you at the pinnacle of it all? I want to see people thriving and being happy. And so sometimes when they're not in that state, it just makes me feel I guess, uncomfortable with the idea that I shouldn't help, or the feeling that I shouldn't help, shall I say. If that explains it more. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, because I know it seems a little all over the place. But I desire to help people. And it's just, when I know that somebody I care about is going through something, I'm there to offer advice. I'm there to do it all. Like, whatever you need help with, if it's in my power, I'm going to try to help. But, you know, that's something I'm working on, because you can't save everybody, right? But I can damn near try. You know what I'm saying? At least my conscience will be clear knowing that I try, right? But again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This is only part one. The next video, we're going to be breaking down the mind and how it relates to meditation. What changes? What is actually happening with that? Because meditation is one of those things that I truly love. I love meditation. I feel like it puts me in a state of like being cloaked in this warm, fuzzy feeling that it's just absolutely relaxing and calming and beautiful. And it's like the best rest when you come out of it that you've ever gotten. You know, comment down below and tell me if you're willing to make these changes in your life. What are you going to do to change? Like, are you going to try some of these practices for alignment? What are you going to do? In part two, remember, we're going to be talking about the mind and how it relates to our energy field and how it relates to meditation. I can't say this word, meditation, today. Okay. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys join the family, join like-minded people. Come be in the tribe, okay? Join the tribe. Join the tribe. I want to get so big when we do retreats, healing retreats, where we can just go out for lunch. You know, just certain things that we can just gather and have a big conference and just be the best versions of ourselves. You know, be with like-minded people, people who feel like we feel, people who want to heal and everything. So until next time, guys, peace.